Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today is Wednesday and that means Top 5 Wednesday on my channel, and this week the topic is reads that you can read? Books that you can read. That would be a better thing to say. Let's go with that. Books that you can read by the fire. And as always, Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Laney, and I leave the link to her channel and the corresponding Goodreads group down below in the comments. So, let's get started. On number 5 we have Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. What is Michael talking about? Are you thinking that? Isn't that the only book that I rated like 1 star this year? Yes, it is. And sometimes you just need a book to throw into the fire to keep it going. So, this is my number 5 pick. Probably I misunderstood what the tag by the fire is all about, and it's not really Vlogmasy, so thankfully I'm doing not Vlogmas. I would be doing Vlogmas, wow, with this, so many, all the letters. I'm totally now on the naughty list. I realized that. I'm so sorry that you had to experience that. Let's move on to it's positive books we're talking about, right? Yeah, it's positive books to read by the fire. It's just sorry. Next up we have Cold Magic by Kate Elliott. This is a young adult fantasy series set in a very interesting setting. Kate Elliott calls it ice punk, so it's an alternate reality of our world, but where the Ice Age actually never really ended. And so this is a very weird mix of a Victorian style fantasy world that is set in our world in an Ice Age. We have a young protagonist, a girl, who is like married or is off to get married to a cold mage. So there is magic in the world, and with all the ice and snow, it's a like really cozy, fun read to cuddle up next to the fire. Don't throw it in. It's good. So read it. No fuel. Next up we have The Peculiar by Stefan Bachmann. This is a Swiss author, careful now, who wrote the book actually I think when he was like 16, and he wrote it in English, so that's an accomplishment of its own. But the book is also really good. It's one of my favorite like middle grade reads. It's a middle grade steampunk story. And I won't talk too much about it. You should all read it and find out yourself. I really love it, and this is I think for lovers of Harry Potter-esque books, that is something to replace that with. Because what I didn't want to do is talk about cozy, wintry fire reads. And include only like Harry Potter and The Lord of the Rings, because we know all that these are perfect reads for this, so I don't have to tell you about this, and so I want to talk about some other books that are also worth reading by the fire. Next up we have Shadowmarch by Ted Williams. Ted Williams is an author that is mostly known for his first trilogy, starting with Dragonbone Chair, or his like cyberpunk trilogy starting, or quartet, it's a quartet. Actually all his series are quartets. So yeah, Michael, well done calling them a trilogy. Normally I would like reshoot this bit, but to see how much confusion there can be and to make this a more fun and crazy video, let's leave that in, shall we? But let's talk about a little bit about Shadowmarch, because that is way more interesting as me screwing up. So here we talk about Barrick and Bryony, who are two twins. They are prince and princess, and in their castle, their father is like imprisoned. So he went, I think, on a kind of mission, or went somewhere with his army and got imprisoned. And then their elder brother, the ruler, gets killed. And all of a sudden they have to flee the castle because people are after them. It's a very interesting world. we have like a shroud, a mist or something like that in the north, and all like the fairy creatures are behind that kind of veil, and when this is broken, the fairy creatures come down and try to invade the country. There is, I think there's dwarfs in there. There are little people in there who ride on sparrows, so really like tiny people. And so this has all the qualities of a really epic fantasy, but yeah, intertwined with some really like fairy tale-esque things that makes it like a perfect read for, yeah, a fireside read. And last but not least, we have The Red Wolf Conspiracy, the first installment in Robert V. S. Reddick's The Chatrand Voyage series. Wow, that is a lot of information. Wow. Anyway, this is a series that is just based on a ship, or mainly plays out on a huge ship, the Chatrand, and we have various characters to see it on their journey. Right in the beginning, in the prologue, we learn that the Chatrand is missing, and so this story is actually all about how it is going missing, or yeah, what happened to it. It's very interesting. Same as with the book before, it has some like very whimsical and magical elements. There are like talking rats living on the ship that are one faction there and that have a point of view, and there are also another race of like little people who steal themselves on board, and they are actually a race that is kind of persecuted by humans, and they always have to hide from the humans. Then there are like, yeah, magical creatures like a wizard who lives in a clock, and one of the characters can interact with him, and inside his clock there's like a whole other realm and stuff like that. Our main protagonist is hired on as a ship boy and is struck by a strange affection where he sometimes can talk only in another language that is not natively his own language. So there's a lot going on, a lot of points of views, a lot of sense of wonder, and yeah, a really perfect read for a cozy fireside setting. Yeah, let's leave that in as well to see how awkward I can be when we do these kind of things. Top 5 Wednesday, people. That's how the milk is made. Is that the thing to say? I'm not sure. So, let's go to the part where I close up and it's not all awkward. So that's it for today. If you liked that little glimpse into how awkward video making can be, please hit the like button. If you even after this want to subscribe to my channel, please do. I need it. So hit the subscribe button, and until next time, I hope you get bitten by a really good book too, and not thrown into any kinds of fires of stuff, because that should only happen to bad people or bad books. And end it. Yeah, end. That's the word before I end. And this is not Vlogmas. This is not the Vlogmas you're looking for.